Come now to our next speaker, who is a novelist. He writes a weekly column in The Independent, and he is a broadcaster as well. He's written 11 novels. He's been described by one smart wit as the English Philip Roth, to which he replies, being an even smarter wit, that he'd prefer to be described as the Jewish Jane Austen. You know who I'm talking about. His book, The Findler Question, won the Man Booker Prize 2010, and he told me this evening, just containing that delight that this means to anyone who says anything in writing, that it has so far around the world sold no less than 500,000 copies in the English language, and is being translated into 23 or 24 other languages as well. It's a real pleasure to introduce as our keynote speaker tonight, Howard Jacobson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last time I attended this event, it was a sit-down dinner. When I was invited to give this address, I assumed, I think reasonably, that it would be a sit-down dinner. This is not a complaint. I'm not saying you got me here under false pretenses, but I am starting to wonder whether I am the reason this is not a sit-down dinner. Either someone saw me eat the last time and doesn't want to see me eat again, or it was thought I'd make dietary stipulations it would be beyond your ingenuity or finances to honor. These days, for some reason, every time I'm asked to make an after-dinner speech, which this isn't, because there is no... I am also asked where I stand in the matter of pig. In fact, the book of Leviticus comes down as hard against lapwing, chameleon, and tortoise as it does against pig. Yet no one ever writes to check where I stand on chameleon. Only ever pig. Do people hear my name and automatically conjure up pig? Anybody would think I'm a banker. Though if any of you are thinking of calling me a banker, be warned that I'll be taking out a super injunction. I like this idea of getting the law to stop people calling you what you are. Call me a comic novelist again and I'll see you in court. Does it then follow that we can get the courts to call us what we aren't? I've always fancied being described as a great Christian thinker and humanitarian. A great, tall Christian thinker and humanitarian. Wise beyond my years, beautiful beyond the power of words to describe, and wonderfully lacking in neurosis when it comes to what I eat. Can I sue whoever refers to me in any other terms? Can I sue anyone who refers to me at all? Can I take out an injunction against any person who claims to know me, to see me, to have seen me, or to be aware of my existence? Can I take out an injunction against the promulgation of the idea that I exist? I feel a novel coming on. The story of a man who goes to law to prevent anyone putting him into words. Words, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just writers who are the enemy now, it's language itself. We should be flattered, we who deal in language. Clearly, we wield greater power than we know. Our criticism stings, our derision maddens. Our sacred calling to hold nothing sacred is under threat. It is always under threat. But every time a court attempts to gag us, or come to that, the court of easily swayed public opinion attempts to gag us, someone's hurt feelings, someone's outraged sensibility, someone who is offended, as though the fact of being offended somehow confers the right not to be. Every time the state steps in to have us silenced, as in the case of some of those we honor tonight, in comparison to whom, let's face it, most of us lived the life of Riley. Every time someone would have us silenced, the power we possess is acknowledged. For our part, we who possess that power, we must not exempt ourselves from the universality of our scorn. If nothing is sacred, then we aren't sacred either. Nor by the same logic is any principle. Objection, evasion, cheerful mistrust, delighted mockery, Nietzsche wrote, are signs of health. Everything unconditional belongs to pathology. So we are trapped in a contradiction of our profession's making. Mockery, sacred. Unconditional attachment to mockery, pathological. Leonard Cohen's great song in praise of imperfection says something similar. Ring the bells that still can ring, forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. A crack in every ideal, a crack in every belief system, a crack in everything we hold too dear. It is essential, I believe, that we don't debase the currency. Not every whistleblower blows for the greater good. Not every secret is malign. We have no inalienable right to know that a footballer is having an affair unless he keeps missing penalties or unless the affair he's having is with our wife. And even then, there's an argument for not being told. In Human Relations, Graham Greene once wrote, "Kindness and lies are worth 1,000 truths." The public sphere, however, is different. The public sphere requires that we be less considerate, though even then we are much more deadly when we pick our target and take slow and careful aim. And it matters that we are deadly, not only when it comes to state deceit around the world, but when it comes to our own domestic tyrannies, the tyranny of like-mindedness, sanctimony, unyielding conviction of rectitude, and the daisy chains of villainy that go with political alignment. It should not be in the name of a party or an agenda that we speak out, just skepticism. Nothing is wholly true, nothing is wholly right, and whoever is offended when we say that deserves to be. If this were a sit-down dinner, which it's not, I would raise a glass to that, to skepticism. And just in case you're worried about it for next time, yes, I do eat pig. Pig's brain, oyster, and chameleon bagel. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, on with the evening. You do wonderful work. I salute you. It is the most wonderful work. You let the light in. Thank you.